Let me tell you something powerful. If someone ignores you, it's not your loss, it's their blindness. Too many of us waste energy chasing validation from people who can't even see our worth. And here's the truth: the moment you stop reacting to being ignored, that's the moment you rise. Because silence is not weakness, it's strength. It's dignity. And trust me, when you stop giving people the drama they crave, you shock them more than any reaction ever could. So if you've been ignored, overlooked, or made to feel invisible, remember, diamonds don't need to scream. They shine in silence. Today, I'm going to give you 6 powerful keys that will help you master yourself, protect your energy, and turn ignorance into fuel for your greatness. Silence is power. And I want you to really let that sink in. In a world where everyone is screaming to be heard, where every little emotion is blasted on social media, where people are quick to clap back, argue, and prove themselves, silence becomes the rarest, most powerful weapon you can hold. Think about it. When someone ignores you, their goal is to shake you, to make you feel invisible, to push you into reacting. But the moment you stay quiet, the moment you don't play their game, you instantly flip the control back into your hands. Because silence is not emptiness. Silence is presence. It's unshakable confidence that says, I don't need to respond to be powerful, I already am. Look at life's simple examples. Imagine you're at work and you pitch an idea in a meeting. No one pays attention. Someone even interrupts you as though you said nothing. Your instinct might be to raise your voice, repeat yourself, demand acknowledgement, but try silence instead. Just sit back, let your idea float in the air and watch. Because more often than not, the same people who ignored you will later circle back and use your idea. And in that moment, everyone knows exactly who the original thinker was. That quiet dignity doesn't just protect you, it exposes others without you having to say a single word. Think about relationships. Maybe someone you care about suddenly starts ignoring you, giving you the cold shoulder, trying to get a reaction out of you. Most people start chasing, texting, calling, demanding answers. But when you hold silence, when you don't feed that drama, something magical happens. They start questioning themselves. Why isn't she reacting? Why isn't she begging for attention? Silence becomes a mirror, and in that mirror, they see their own immaturity, their own insecurity. Your silence teaches them a lesson words never could. Even in arguments, silence holds unmatched strength. Have you ever noticed that the loudest person in the room is usually the weakest? They're yelling because they've already lost the substance of their point. But the one who sits calm, who listens, who doesn't jump to defend, that's the person everyone secretly respects. Because silence says, I don't need to convince you. I already know the truth. Think of a courtroom. The most powerful lawyers don't shout, they pause. They let silence hang in the air, and that silence speaks louder than any argument could. Silence is also deeply connected to self-respect. If someone ignores you and you immediately chase after them, you're telling the world that your worth depends on their attention. But when you stay silent, you're declaring, my value doesn't shrink just because you refuse to see it. That's the kind of energy that makes people sit up and notice you. Silence is magnetic. It makes people wonder what's going on in your mind, what you're planning, what gives you that calm strength. Look at nature. Do you ever hear a mountain shout to prove it's tall? Do you hear the ocean scream to prove it's deep? No, their silence is their proof. And yet, everyone bows before the mountain and stands in awe of the ocean. That's the lesson for us. Real power doesn't need noise. Real presence doesn't need explanation. Your silence can be just as commanding as thunder. Even in daily life, silence can turn situations in your favor. Imagine someone insults you publicly, waiting for your reaction. If you shout back, you've given them the drama they crave. But if you smile and stay silent, they look small while you look untouchable. The room shifts. People see the difference between someone controlled by emotions and someone who owns their emotions. That's power. Think about great leaders, thinkers, artists. The most impactful moments are often silent. A pause before a speech that makes the entire crowd lean in. A look that says more than an essay ever could. Silence doesn't mean weakness. It's strategy. It's choosing not to waste your breath on things and people unworthy of it. It's knowing that the strongest storms don't announce themselves with noise. They arrive in silence and they transform everything. Even in your personal growth, silence is your best friend. When people ignore you, don't run around trying to prove your worth. Sit in silence, reflect, work on yourself, build yourself. Your silence becomes an investment, and one day that silence will roar through your achievements. Because the best clapback is not words, it's becoming someone they can never again afford to ignore. So when you feel invisible, remember this silence is not emptiness. It is not defeat. It is you standing taller than the noise, more graceful than the chaos, and stronger than any insult. It's you saying, I don't need to fight for space, I create space. Silence, my friend, is not just power. It is your crown, your armor, your secret weapon. And once you master it, no one can ever control you again. Protect your energy, because your energy is your life force, your currency, your fire. People don't realize it, but the most valuable thing you carry with you every single day is not money, not status, not looks. It's your energy. The way you feel, the way you think, the way you vibrate, this is what shapes your reality. And if you keep pouring that energy into people, places and situations that drain you, you will always feel empty. No matter how talented, beautiful or intelligent you are, protecting your energy is not selfish. It is survival. It is dignity. It is how you preserve the very essence of who you are. Think about it. Have you ever been around someone who constantly complains, criticizes, and drags everything down? You walk into the room full of light, ready to shine, but after 10 minutes with them, you feel exhausted, heavy, like your spark has been stolen. That's not an accident. That's energy theft. And unless you protect your energy, people like this will drain you dry. Sometimes silence and distance are the strongest boundaries. Protect your energy by stepping away. Not every call needs to be answered. Not every invitation deserves your yes. Not every argument requires your presence. In relationships, protecting your energy becomes even more crucial. Imagine loving someone with all your heart, but every time you give, they take more without giving anything back. Slowly, you start to feel invisible, depleted, like you're pouring water into a cup that has holes. You can't keep giving and expect to remain full. Protecting your energy means knowing when to stop pouring, when to say, I love myself enough to walk away. Because if being with someone costs you your peace, it's too expensive. Protecting your energy in love means valuing yourself enough to demand balance, respect, and reciprocity. Look at work. Have you noticed that some people are addicted to chaos? They thrive on gossip, politics, unnecessary drama. If you let yourself get sucked into those cycles, you'll waste the energy you could have used to build your dreams. Protect your energy by focusing on your goals, not their noise. Not every coworker deserves your trust. Not every rumor deserves your attention. Protect your energy by channeling it into your craft, your ambition, your vision. Because the truth is, energy invested in negativity never multiplies, but energy invested in your purpose always returns to you tenfold. Even in family, protecting your energy matters. Sometimes it's not strangers, not colleagues, not friends. It's the people closest to you who drain you the most. The ones who constantly criticize your choices, who never celebrate your wins, who try to mold you into something you're not. And here's the hardest truth. You can love your family, but still create boundaries. Protecting your energy doesn't mean you cut people out of your heart. It means you create space where their negativity cannot poison your growth. You learn to say, I hear you, but I choose peace. I respect you, but I will not shrink for you. That's how you protect your energy without guilt. Daily life gives endless examples. Imagine you wake up in the morning ready for the day, and the first thing you do is scroll social media. Suddenly you're comparing your life to strangers. You feel behind, not good enough, anxious. Without realizing it, you've already allowed the world to steal your energy before you've even left your bed. Protect your energy by being intentional. Begin your mornings with gratitude, prayer, meditation, or a simple breath of silence. The way you guard your first hour sets the tone for your whole day. Protect your mornings, and you protect your life. Protecting your energy also means protecting your self-talk. Sometimes it's not others who drain you. It's your own mind. Every time you tell yourself you're not good enough, every time you replay failures, every time you doubt your worth, you're burning your own energy from within. Be mindful of the words you whisper to yourself, because your body, your spirit, your soul, they're listening. Replace I can with I will. Replace I'm not enough with I am more than ready. Protect your energy by feeding yourself power, not poison. Even success demands energy protection. The higher you rise, the more people will try to pull at you, demand your time, expect your attention. If you don't set boundaries, you'll burn out while trying to please everyone. Protecting your energy means learning to say no, even when it's uncomfortable. No to overcommitment, no to fake friends, no to things that distract you from your purpose. Every no you give others is a yes you give yourself. And here's the most profound truth. When you protect your energy, you elevate your life. People will start noticing the difference. You won't look tired, desperate, or drained. You'll look calm, grounded, untouchable. That's the aura of someone who knows their worth. That's the power of someone who understands that their energy is sacred. And once you truly grasp that, you will never again allow anyone to drain you without your permission. Rejection equals redirection. Most of us grow up believing that rejection means we are not enough, that someone saying no to us means we are unworthy, unloved, or incapable. But the truth is, rejection is not a punishment, it's a compass. It's life's way of saying, this is not your path, something better is waiting. Every closed door is not the end of the road. It's a nudge to find another way, a better way, a higher way. When someone rejects you, don't see it as failure. See it as guidance. Because often, what looks like the end is just the beginning of something far greater than you imagined. Think about work opportunities. Imagine you apply for your dream job, prepare day and night, pour your heart into the interview, and then they send that dreaded email. We regret to inform you. Instantly you feel crushed, like your efforts were wasted. But here's the truth, that job wasn't aligned with your destiny. Maybe if you had taken it, you would have been stuck in a position that never allowed your talents to shine. Maybe you were meant to start your own business or take a different opportunity that leads you closer to your purpose. How many stories have we heard of people who didn't get the job they wanted, only to later create something 10 times more powerful? That's rejection working as redirection. In relationships, this lesson becomes even more important. Maybe you gave your all to someone, trusted them with your heart, only to be told, I don't feel the same way, or worse, to be ignored and abandoned. It feels devastating in the moment. But later, when you look back, you realize, if they had stayed, they would have broken you more. They would have dimmed your light, wasted your time, distracted you from your growth. Their rejection was not a loss. It was protection. It was redirection towards someone who will see you, value you, love you the way you deserve. Sometimes rejection is God's greatest blessing in disguise, saving you from people who don't deserve a seat in your life. Think of daily life examples. Imagine you're in school and you try out for the lead role in a play, but you don't get chosen. You end up with a smaller role instead. At first, you feel humiliated, but as rehearsals go on, you discover that your smaller role challenges you, grows you, makes you shine in ways you never expected. People notice you because of your authenticity, not because of the spotlight. Later, that very experience leads you to opportunities you never would have reached if you had gotten what you originally wanted. That's rejection showing you another door you didn't even know existed. Even in friendships, rejection is redirection. Maybe there's a group of people you desperately want to belong to. You try to fit in, but they keep sidelining you, leaving you out of plans. At first, it stings. But then you notice that their path is full of gossip, jealousy, and toxicity. By being rejected from that circle, you're redirected to people who are genuine, uplifting, and loyal. One day you look back and thank the universe for keeping you away from what you once thought you wanted so badly. Rejection also teaches resilience. Every time you hear a no, it pushes you to sharpen your skills, deepen your character, and build a fire inside you. Writers face publishers who reject their books. Singers face labels who turn them down. Entrepreneurs face investors who refuse to believe in them. But every no prepares them for the yes that matters. Every rejection forces them to push harder, to refine their craft, to rise stronger. Imagine if J.K. Rowling had stopped after her first rejection letter. Imagine if Walt Disney had given up when he was told he lacked imagination. The world would have lost magic. Their rejection became their redirection, and that's what turned them into legends. Rejection also helps you understand timing. Sometimes it's not about the wrong person or the wrong opportunity. It's simply the wrong time. You might not be ready yet. You might need to grow, to learn, to prepare yourself for what's coming. When life says no, it often means not yet. And if you can embrace that with patience, you'll see how every delay was actually protection. Every rejection was life slowing you down until you were strong enough to handle the blessings waiting ahead. Even in small daily choices, you'll see this truth. Maybe you wanted to catch a train, but you missed it. You feel frustrated, but later you discover that missing that train saved you from an accident or led you to meet someone who changed your life. That moment of rejection, as minor as it felt, redirected you towards something meaningful. Life is always speaking, always guiding, always redirecting. The question is, do you trust it enough to listen? Rejection is never the end. It is always a turning point. And when you stop seeing it as the universe shutting you down and start seeing it as the universe setting you up, you realize something powerful. Every no you've ever faced was actually a yes in disguise. A yes to growth. A yes to protection. A yes to a path you couldn't yet see. And when you embrace that, rejection no longer breaks you. It builds you. Let success be your clapback, because silence combined with achievement is the loudest response you can ever give to anyone who doubted you, ignored you, or tried to bring you down. People will always have opinions. Some will dismiss you, some will gossip about you, some will look straight into your eyes and say you'll never make it. And the temptation is always there to argue, to prove them wrong with words, to defend yourself against their ignorance. But here's the truth. Nothing destroys negativity more powerfully than results. Nothing silences critics more completely than undeniable success. When your actions shine brighter than their insults, you win a battle they can never recover from. Think about school days. Maybe you were that kid no one believed in, the one who got laughed at for dreaming too big. You wanted to be a doctor, an artist, a leader, but your classmates smirked and rolled their eyes. Instead of wasting energy fighting them, you kept your head down, worked harder, stayed disciplined. Years later, when they're scrolling through their phones and see your name on a stage, in a magazine, or leading a company, they'll realize that the same person they mocked is now living the dream they never had the courage to chase. That's the clapback. Not a bitter argument, not a revenge speech, just undeniable success shining so brightly they can't ignore it. In relationships, this principle becomes even more powerful. Maybe someone you loved made you feel small. They left you, ignored you, told you you'd never find better. Instead of chasing them, instead of proving your worth with words, you poured all that energy into yourself. You focused on your career, your health, your growth. And one day when they see you glowing, thriving, untouchable, they feel the weight of what they lost. Your success becomes the loudest reminder of your worth. A reminder they can never escape. No angry text, no late night call, no long explanation could ever hit harder than the quiet power of your achievements. Think about the workplace. You might have had a boss who overlooked you, or colleagues who tried to steal credit for your ideas. Instead of fighting for scraps of recognition, you chose a different path. You let your work speak. You showed up early, delivered excellence, stayed focused. And in time you rose higher, earned respect, got promoted while those same people remained stuck. That's success being your clapback. It exposes the truth without you having to waste a single word. Even in friendships, the same applies. There are people who doubt you not because you can't, but because they don't want you to. They feel threatened by your light, so they try to dim it with criticism, sarcasm, or silence. If you waste your breath explaining yourself to them, you feed their negativity. But when you protect your energy and put it into building yourself, when you achieve what they swore you couldn't, you become a walking reminder of why they should have believed. Your success doesn't just clap back. It teaches them a lesson they can't forget. Daily life offers countless small examples. Imagine you're at the gym, starting out on your fitness journey, and someone snickers, saying you'll quit in a week. Instead of clapping back with anger, you keep showing up. Day after day, you put in the work. Months later, when they see your transformation, your strength, your discipline, they're silenced. That body, that glow, that confidence, that's your clapback. Not a word spoken yet louder than any argument. Or picture a young artist who shares their first painting, song, or video online, only to be met with mockery or disinterest. Instead of stopping, they keep creating, keep improving, keep pouring themselves into their craft. Years later, when their work touches thousands or millions, when critics turn into fans, that's the success clapback. The same voices that once said, "This isn't good enough," are forced to sit in silence while the world applauds. Success as a clapback works because it shifts the focus from their noise to your vision. Words fade, arguments are forgotten, but success leaves a mark that can